You might think you know Vixen, but here are 12 facts you may not have known about the Lady Fox. Vixen first appeared in 1981's Action Comics number 521 in a story by Jerry Conway with art by Curt Swan. She would follow this up with another Superman team-up in 1984's DC Comics Presents number 68, also by Jerry Conway and Curt Swan. However, Vixen was the creation of Conway together with his then-wife Carla and artist Bob Oxner, and was meant to debut in 1978 in Vixen number 1, which would have been the first solo series starring a black superheroine, but the book was cancelled as part of the infamous DC implosion, in which DC decreased their output by 40%, including several new books in production at the time. Vixen is Mary McCabe, a New York City model originally from the fictional African nation of Zambesi, who inherits the Tantu Totem, a mystical item created by Anansi the spider, which is shaped like a fox's head that gives its bearer all the powers of the animal kingdom, as long as those powers are used for good. After her 2 appearances teaming up with Superman, Vixen would be accepted for membership in the Justice League during the Aquaman-led era of the team known somewhat notoriously as the Detroit League. She would be an active member of this incarnation of the team until 2 members died and the team was disbanded. Vixen would focus on her modeling for a while after that, until she ended up joining the Suicide Squad for a time as one of the few heroes, such as Bronze Tiger, who helped keep the villains of the team in line. She would work with the squad for a few years until the team reorganized following Amanda Waller's arrest. For a brief time, Vixen was a member of the International Ultramarine Corps, a team of international heroes who were independent of any national government and lived in a floating city called Superbia that hovered over Montevideo, Uruguay. The team would ultimately lead the main DC dimension to protect a pocket universe, but nevertheless, Vixen has subsequently appeared in the main DCU. Vixen's powers work by allowing her to tap into the Earth's morphogenetic field, a concept also known as the Red, a force that connects all animal life on Earth. Her powers are very similar to fellow hero Animal Man, with whom she's teamed up on multiple occasions. For a time, as a member of the Justice League, Vixen's connection to the Red was altered so that only animals whose powers she could access were other humans, such as her teammates of the JLA. Unfortunately, this ended up draining the powers from the others, and there ended up being a whole thing about Anansi living in the totem, and basically that story was pretty bad. Vixen would finally receive her own solo title only 30 years later than originally planned, within the pages of the 5-issue miniseries Vixen: Return of the Lion, written by Ms. Marvel co-creator G. Willow Wilson, with art by Cafu, which debuted in late 2008. Vixen has made relatively few appearances since DC's 2011 New 52 reboot, serving only briefly as a founding member of the Justice League International before being put in a coma. The New 52 version of Vixen apparently doesn't use the Tantu Totem to access the Red, as it does not appear in her design. Vixen was, of course, a major character in the Justice League Unlimited animated series, where she was romantically linked to Green Lantern John Stewart. However, she also made appearances in Batman the Brave and the Bold, where she had a relationship with B'wana Beast. She also made a cameo appearance in an episode of Teen Titans Go as a potential replacement for Beast Boy. If passively watching Vixen on screen isn't enough for you, she is a playable character in the portable version of LEGO Batman 2 and in the DLC for LEGO Batman 3. She also appears as a non-playable character in DC Universe Online. That's it for this episode of You Think You Know Comics. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Comics Alliance for more comic facts, and check out comicsalliance.com for more comic awesomeness.